There are action movies, and then there are legends that changed cinema forever. Some films explode onto the screen, but a rare few explode into history. These are the movies that raised the bar so high that even decades later, filmmakers are still chasing their shadow. From impossible stunts to unforgettable heroes, these films didn't just entertain, they defined what action truly means. Every punch, every chase, every explosion in these masterpieces feels larger than life. Generations of audiences have watched them, rewatched them, and still get the same adrenaline rush every time. Critics praised them, fans worshipped them, and Hollywood learned from them. These are not just action films, they are cultural milestones that shaped the genre forever. If you think modern blockbusters are impressive, wait until you see the films that built the foundation. These are the greatest action movies ever made, movies so iconic that they may never be beaten. Die Hard, 1988. Released in 1988, Die Hard redefined what an action hero could be. Instead of an unstoppable superhuman soldier, audiences were introduced to John McClane, an ordinary New York cop trapped in a nightmare. The film takes place inside the Nakatomi Plaza skyscraper, where terrorists, led by the charismatic Hans Gruber, take hostages during a Christmas party. What makes Die Hard so special is its perfect balance of tension, humor, and explosive action. Bruce Willis delivers a legendary performance, portraying McClane as vulnerable, exhausted, and determined to survive against impossible odds. The confined setting of the skyscraper creates intense suspense as McClane slowly outsmarts the terrorists one by one. Alan Rickman's Hans Gruber remains one of the greatest villains in film history. Die Hard influenced countless action movies that followed, establishing the one-man against impossible odds formula. Even decades later, it remains one of the most entertaining and perfectly crafted action films ever made. Mission Impossible Fallout 2018 represents the peak of practical, stunt-driven action filmmaking. Tom Cruise returns as Ethan Hunt in what many consider the best entry in the long-running Mission Impossible series. What makes this film extraordinary is Cruise's commitment to performing his own stunts, including a real Halo skydiving jump and a breathtaking helicopter chase. The story follows Hunt as he races against time to prevent a nuclear catastrophe while dealing with dangerous betrayals and shifting alliances. Director Christopher McQuarrie crafts intense action sequences that feel authentic and grounded. The bathroom fight scene in Paris and the cliffside helicopter battle are among the most thrilling action moments ever captured on film. Henry Cavill's powerful presence adds tension to every scene he appears in. Fallout proves that practical effects and real stunts can create a level of excitement that CGI often cannot replicate, making it one of the greatest modern action films ever. Terminator 2: Judgment Day, 1991. James Cameron's Terminator 2: Judgment Day is widely regarded as one of the greatest sequels in movie history. The film takes everything that worked in the original Terminator and expands it with bigger action, groundbreaking visual effects, and a more emotional story. Arnold Schwarzenegger returns as the Terminator, but this time he is reprogrammed to protect young John Connor instead of killing him. The film introduces the terrifying T-1000, a liquid metal assassin capable of transforming into anyone. This villain created some of the most revolutionary visual effects ever seen at the time. Beyond its action, Terminator 2 also explores themes of destiny, humanity, and sacrifice. The intense motorcycle chase through the Los Angeles canals remains one of the most iconic action scenes ever filmed. Linda Hamilton's transformation into a hardened warrior adds emotional depth to the story. Even more than 3 decades later, Terminator 2 continues to set the standard for action filmmaking. Gladiator 2000. Ridley Scott's Gladiator 2000 brought ancient Rome to life with epic scale and unforgettable action. The film follows Maximus, a loyal Roman general who was betrayed by the corrupt Emperor Commodus and forced into slavery. Determined to avenge his family and restore honor to Rome, Maximus becomes a legendary gladiator fighting in brutal arena battles. Russell Crowe delivers a powerful performance that earned him the Academy Award for Best Actor. The film's action sequences inside the Colosseum are both intense and emotional, combining sword combat with grand spectacle. What sets Gladiator apart from typical action films is its emotional depth and powerful themes of honor, revenge, and legacy. The famous line, "Are you not entertained?" became one of the most iconic quotes in movie history. With stunning cinematography, powerful music by Hans Zimmer, and unforgettable performances, Gladiator remains one of the greatest historical action films ever made. John Wick 2014. Before John Wick 2014, many people believed the classic action hero era was over. Then Keanu Reeves returned to the genre with a film that revitalized action cinema. The story follows John Wick, a retired assassin who is forced back into the criminal underworld after a group of gangsters kill his beloved dog, the last gift from his late wife. What begins as a simple revenge story quickly evolves into a stylish and brutal action masterpiece. The film is famous for its gun-fu combat style, combining martial arts with precise gunplay. Every fight scene is carefully choreographed, making the action feel realistic and intense. Reeves performed many of his own stunts, adding authenticity to the character. The film's mysterious assassin world, complete with secret hotels and strict rules, created a fascinating universe that expanded into a successful franchise. John Wick proved that well-choreographed action and strong world-building can still captivate modern audiences. Mad Max Fury Road 2015. When it comes to pure adrenaline-fueled filmmaking, few movies match the intensity of Mad Max Fury Road 2015. Directed by George Miller, this film reinvented the action genre with its relentless pace and groundbreaking practical effects. Set in a brutal post-apocalyptic wasteland, the story follows Max, a silent drifter, who teams up with the fierce Imperator Furiosa to escape the tyrannical warlord Immortan Joe. What makes this film extraordinary is its nearly non-stop action, a massive desert chase that lasts almost the entire movie. The film features jaw-dropping stunts, real explosions, and vehicles crashing through sandstorms, creating a level of realism rarely seen in modern cinema. Charlize Theron delivers a powerful performance as Furiosa, while Tom Hardy's portrayal of Max captures the gritty spirit of the character. The film won multiple Academy Awards and was praised for its visual storytelling. Fury Road proved that practical effects and bold filmmaking can still dominate in the age of CGI. The Raid 2011. Gareth Evans' The Raid 2011 is widely considered one of the most intense and brutal action films ever made. The story follows a special police unit tasked with infiltrating a heavily guarded apartment building controlled by a ruthless crime lord. What starts as a simple mission quickly turns into a desperate fight for survival when the officers become trapped inside the building with dozens of armed criminals hunting them down. The film is famous for its incredibly realistic martial arts choreography, featuring the Indonesian fighting style known as pencak silat. Every fight scene feels raw, fast, and unbelievably intense, with minimal use of CGI and a heavy focus on physical combat. Actor Iko Uwais delivers a powerful performance as Rama, a rookie officer who must fight floor by floor to survive. The movie's relentless pacing, brutal hand-to-hand combat, and claustrophobic setting make it one of the most adrenaline-pumping action films ever created, and many fans consider it a modern action masterpiece. The Avengers 2012 was more than just an action movie. It was a cinematic event that changed Hollywood forever. Directed by Joss Whedon, the film brought together multiple superheroes from previous Marvel films into one massive team-up story. Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Hulk, Black Widow, and Hawkeye must work together to stop Loki and his alien army from conquering Earth. The film balances humor, character development, and massive action sequences with incredible skill. The final battle in New York City became one of the most iconic superhero action scenes ever filmed, showcasing each hero's unique abilities. Robert Downey Jr.'s charismatic performance as Iron Man anchors the entire movie. The Avengers proved that interconnected storytelling could succeed on a massive scale, launching the era of cinematic universes. With its thrilling action and unforgettable team dynamics, the film became one of the most influential blockbusters of the modern era. Raiders of the Lost Ark, 1981. Steven Spielberg's Raiders of the Lost Ark, 1981, introduced the world to Indiana Jones, one of the most beloved adventure heroes in film history. Played by Harrison Ford, Indy is an archaeologist who travels across the globe searching for powerful ancient artifacts before they fall into the wrong hands. In this film, he races against the Nazis to find the legendary Ark of the Covenant. Raiders of the Lost Ark blends action, adventure, and humor perfectly, creating a thrilling cinematic ride. From the famous rolling boulder chase in the opening scene to the intense truck chase later in the film, every moment is filled with excitement. Spielberg's masterful direction and John Williams' iconic musical score elevate the film to legendary status. The movie captures the spirit of classic adventure serials while delivering modern action spectacle. Even after more than 40 years, Indiana Jones remains one of the most iconic heroes in cinema history. The Matrix 1999 was released, it didn't just become a hit, it completely changed the language of action cinema. Directed by the Wachowskis, the film introduced audiences to a mind-bending story about reality, artificial intelligence, and human rebellion. Keanu Reeves stars as Neo, a computer hacker who discovers that the world he lives in is actually a simulated reality controlled by machines. What truly made The Matrix revolutionary were its action sequences and visual style. The film popularized bullet time, a slow-motion technique that allowed viewers to see bullets flying through the air while characters moved in impossible ways. The combination of martial arts choreography, philosophical storytelling, and groundbreaking visual effects created a unique cinematic experience. Scenes like Neo dodging bullets and the lobby shootout remain iconic decades later. The Matrix influenced countless films, video games, and pop culture moments, proving that action movies can also be intelligent and deeply thought-provoking. The action genre has delivered countless thrilling films over the decades, but only a few rise to the level of true legends. These movies didn't just entertain audiences, they changed filmmaking, inspired future directors, and created unforgettable cinematic moments. From groundbreaking visual effects to jaw-dropping stunts and iconic heroes, each film on this list represents the very best the genre has to offer. Even as technology evolves and new blockbusters arrive every year, the impact of these action masterpieces remains unmatched. They remind us why audiences love action movies in the first place: excitement, heroism, and unforgettable spectacle. These are the action movies that set the gold standard, and their legacy may never be beaten.